Good evening. The time is 6 o'clock on December 19th, 2024. Regular board meeting of the Vernon Hills Park District Board of Commissioners is called to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Geraldo.
Here.
Commissioner Jacobs. Commissioner Robbins.
Here.
Vice President Senti.
Here.
President Dorhofer.
Here. Would those present and able please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first item on the agenda this evening is the omnibus vote agenda. Items under the omnibus vote agenda are considered routine and/or non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. If a separate vote of any one item is desired, it will be pulled from the omnibus vote and voted on separately. Items included in the omnibus for this evening are the minutes of the regular board meeting dated November 21st, 2024, minutes of the special board meeting dated December 5th, 2024, payables and payroll through December 19th, 2024 in the amount of $926,696.53. May I have a motion to approve the omnibus vote agenda?
So moved.
Second? Discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Superintendent Mitchell, are there any changes to the financial reports for the period ending November 30th, 2024?
No changes.
Very good. At this time, the board would like to welcome any public comments. Seeing that there's no one here for public comment, we will move on to unfinished business. We have none. We will move on to new business. I'm going to switch directions here. The first item of, is this on?
It is. You might want to pull it up a little bit more.
The first item for new business this evening is the employee longevity recognition. The district would like to congratulate our part-time staff who have received the longevity award this evening. Terry, would you like to come join me, please? First, I'd like to invite Terry Bogue. She's celebrating her 7th year with the district and works as a customer service representative at Lakeview Fitness.
Close. There you go. Very nice, thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Jessica. Jessica, please come up. Jessica Ramos is celebrating also her 7th year with the district and works in our PALS program. Jessica. More important. Congratulations to you both, and thank you for all your time and effort. The next item on the agenda is Administrative Policy 2.1, naming parks, recreation areas, and facilities. May I have a motion to approve the proposed revision to Policy 2.10?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is Ordinance 8-24, an ordinance for the levy and assessment of taxes for the year 2024. May I have a motion to approve Ordinance 8-24?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Next item on the agenda is the annual strategic plan report card. May I have a motion to approve the 2024 strategic plan report card?
So moved.
Second?
I'll go second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Robbins.
Yes.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Yes.
Vice President Senti.
Yes.
President Dorhofer.
Yes. Next is the reports communication. If you guys would like to sneak out, you're welcome to stay, but don't feel like you have to stay through this. It's up to you. First will be Park Super. What'd you say?
She said, okay, thank you, but we all were like.
Next is Park Superintendent Mark Fleischman. Mark?
Good evening and happy holidays. So a couple things going on this month. At Turtle Creek Water Park, our pumps and filtrations contract. Stuckey Construction is set to begin work this week. They came out and removed the doors off of our filtration system so they can remove the existing filter media before it freezes in the winter. If they don't get to it before then, it's going to be very heavy, very awkward to remove before the actual construction begins. So while waiting for the new pumps and filters to arrive, demolition work will begin, and it's not going to be every week, but it's going to happen, and they'll be ready to go once the new filters are in and they can install everything. Over the last month, the Century Park Shoreline Phase 1 was completed. Aquatic Ecosystems has completed the first phase. The first phase of the project was really to stabilize existing shoreline in areas where it wasn't as bad, but it has potential to get a lot worse and cost us a lot more money in the future by the time they would really get to it. So with it being less labor intensive or labor consuming, they were able to complete over 10% of the shoreline of the park. Hartman Park Pavilion on December 4th, a fire alarm sprinkler had triggered at Hartman Park, causing a little bit of damage, but I really wanted to thank Countryside Fire District for their fast response time and disabling the sprinkler system, as well as the park staff for the rapid cleanup. Without the response time of both of us working together, damages could have been much worse than what they really were. So thank you to everybody who helped clean up. As part of our 2024 capital plan, we are currently out to bid to replace or to get some new rooftop units here at Sullivan Center. The bid opening is set for tomorrow. We will be looking to make a recommendation at the January board meeting once references and specification or spec sheets of the products are verified and it works with what we need. At Century Park, the winter recreation, we have installed the sled hill signage. We're just waiting on some snow. So once we get snow and we've deemed it safe enough and we've got enough enough snow that people can use the sled hill, we will flip it to sled hill open and people will be ready. We are ready to install the ice rink, but obviously we are just waiting on favorable conditions, favorable weather. It takes a while to get it set up, so we want to make sure we have enough time after it's set up for people to enjoy it, to really get going. But please check the website for updates. We will let everyone know. And then, when out enjoying our parks this winter, please be safe. Not all hazards are noticeable and conditions can change quickly. So please make sure to dress appropriately, take shorter steps when walking, and leave your arms and hands free for balance. Also use special care when entering or exiting your vehicles as well. 3 points of contact, making sure you have control of your body while entering your vehicle will help prevent falls and injuries. So that is all I have for my report, unless there are any questions.
Any questions for Mark?
I have a quick question.
Commissioner Sente?
Mark, I was wondering, for the 10%, is that 10% of what we plan to do that's undone, 10% of that lake?
10% of all the shoreline, so.
100% of the shoreline?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
thanks.
there's about 14,400 linear feet of shoreline at Century Park, and we did 1,800 feet at the moment, so we're sitting around 12%. But
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks. Next would be Marketing and Communication Manager, Cheryl Beeman. Cheryl?
Good evening, everyone.
Cheryl, before you start, it is 10 minutes after 6. Please, for the record, acknowledge Commissioner Jacobs has arrived. How are you? One of those days, huh? Okay, Cheryl, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Good evening, everyone. We've had a lot of correspondence going out to our community over the past month. We've spoken to them about our Family Scholarship Fund winter programs. Just today went out another email to our community about our January programs and events. We've let the community know about Matthew Laporte joining our team here. We've had the OSLAD grant information go out. Our annual report's going out this weekend, as well as the Vernon Hill softball and baseball registration coming up, and their deadline is December 31st for early bird registration, so we wanted to get that out for them. Same goes for press releases, just a lot of information going out, a little bit more than I have in my report since I wrote it last week. We did have 31 new residents well, 24 Vernon Hills residents, 7 Lincolnshire residents moved into our community in the past month, so they did receive our welcome postcards, welcome to the Park District, and hopefully they'll visit us in the next month or so. Lakeview Fitness's geofencing campaign is going really well. I don't have a formal report yet. It does take a month since we started the campaign, but I did ask for an update when I was writing my report last week. So within the first 2 weeks of the geofencing campaign, we had 65,000 impressions and 917 clicks were tracked to the Lakeview Fitness website, which is 7 times greater than their normal benchmark. So it's doing very well. They did track 13 visits to Lakeview Fitness the first 2 weeks that the campaign was going on. So I'm looking forward to getting the report probably within the next week or so of our first month, and we'll maybe make some changes or just keep it going as it is. So it is going very well. We wanted to thank our community for all the toys that have been donated for Toys for Tots. I believe they'll be picked up, maybe they were picked up already this afternoon, but they'll be donated to children in the area before the Christmas holiday. Over the past month for social media, our top posts were really all feel-good posts. There was kids for the first snowfall. When it did snow that one day, the kids were out in the childcare enjoying it. Our 4-year-old preschoolers enjoyed a mini karate class put on by Shotokan Karate. The Lakeview Running Crew, that team of people, they gathered donations for the District 73 food pantry. And then there was photos of the kids enjoying the flick and flip over at Lakeview. And we did also show pictures. It was a top post of Santa's mailbox. It is officially closed. Santa did pick up all the letters and fulfilling, hopefully, wishes and getting his letters back to the kids. But it was a great month for just showing the community about what our district is all about. Beginning tomorrow, there'll be posts going out about asking people to show us photos about how they celebrate their winter holidays, whatever that may be. So we hope to learn about what people do, and maybe from what we learn, we can maybe offer some future programming next year for it. I did do just a little year in review of our social media up through mid-December. Just in a nutshell, our Instagram followers increased 17% from 2023. Our Facebook followers increased a little bit over 9% from the past year. Our engagements, which is how much people interact with our posts, increased 80%. So there was a lot of people are making comments, sharing, liking, showing reactions to our posts. Our overall top performing posts for 2024 was our spray ground opening. People really enjoyed seeing the new Hawthorne Melody Playground, and just photos from craft beer tasting. We had a lot of posts, but those were the top 3. But you take into consideration the engagements, reactions, comments, everything all together. For our websites, Lakeview Fitness experienced a substantial increase in the past month. I'm going to contribute that to our geofencing campaign. We just learned how many people were being directed back to the website. Google ads are going well. Email marketing for their student membership promotion that is going on right now. And on the flip side, our website district experienced a slight decrease because October was so eventful with all of our Halloween and fall events, and we just don't have we have less events for the past month, so we did have a little bit of a decrease, but it does follow a pattern that we've seen every year, so not to worry. Any questions?
Any questions for Cheryl? Thank you very much. Have a great day. Finance and HR Superintendent Jessica Mitchell. Jessica?
Hello. In November, the district received $25,823 of property tax revenue. The total year-to-date tax received is $6,338,348, or 99.29% of the 2023 adjusted property tax extension. At this time last year, we had received 98.65%, so we're on par for the past 3 years, the most recent 3 years. As of November 30th, the district has $7,285,000 in cash and investments. There is $4,750,000 invested in 24 certificates of deposit and treasury bills with various maturing dates over the next 60 months, and $2,535,610 is available for cash flow purposes. All excess cash is invested in Wintrust and Fifth Third Bank Money Market Fund at 3.6%, or at money market funds with investment brokers from 4 to 4.5% rates. In November, our capital expenditures were $394,603. Expenses included $11,000 for shoreline restoration, $60,000 for park pathway restoration, $319,000 for ADA park renovations, and $3,400 for miscellaneous items. The district received the DCEO grant reimbursement for $458,636 for the Lakeview Fitness roof work, excuse me. We did have one unemployment claim in Q3, which was an expense of $6,370. For the record, the district's last unemployment claim was in 2022, so we've been fortunate that there has been a gap, but we did take care of that expense in the month of November. The General Obligation Limited Tax Park Bond Series 2024 closed on December 5th, and the district received $1,231,000 in bond proceeds. Spear Financial confirmed that they filed the Electronic Municipal Market Access, also known as EMMA, documents for the district, including Bond Series 2023B on December 5th. EMMA is a website created to provide information about municipal bonds, bond prices, and market trends to the public, established by the Municipal Securities Rulemaking Board. Thank you for approving the levy ordinance. I will file the levy ordinance electronically with Lake County Clerk's Office by tomorrow. This will meet the deadline early, which is the last Tuesday in December. Just as a reminder to all of you, after all local taxing districts file their levies, the Lake County Clerk's Office begins the levy calculation cycle. So roughly in March is the Lake County Clerk's Office will apply a property tax extension limitations, also known as PTEL, and request that each district, taxing district, reduce their tax levy request by these limits. So at that time, our district's balloon levy is cut back to the county's extension limit, and our projected budget will be updated accordingly. So in February, you're going to get what we're budgeting for and hoping based on this levy, and then in March, we will have to update that. The IMRF 2025 calendar year employer rate was confirmed at 6.97%. In 2024, currently, the rate is 7.09%. The employer contribution rate on member earnings is based upon actuarial retirement, supplemental retirement, death, and disability benefits. Employee contributions, which are tax deferred, are consistently 4.5% annually. Rates are unique to each IMRF employer. They are expressed as a percentage of payroll, and the average employer contribution rate for the regular plan for 2025 will be 6.99%. Compared to this year, the average is 6.65%. So we are just slightly below that IMRF average. On the topic of human resources, the Vernon Hills Park District will be awarded the Illinois Park and Recreation Association Exceptional Workplace Award for 2024 at the annual business meeting. The annual business meeting takes place during the IAPD and IPRA Soaring to New Heights Conference at the Hyatt Regency in Chicago on January 24th at 5 p.m. A special thank you to Shauna Hedke, our HR manager, for submitting the application, and to all of the staff and board for their contributions that they made, making us an exceptional workplace. Just for the record, examples of criteria for this award included things like inclusivity, innovation, providing impactful programming, sustainable practices, team focuses, leadership opportunities, wellness incentives, and different ways to help staff feel inspired. So we do have a wonderful organization to work at, and has a lot of thanks to your leadership as well. I can answer any questions that anybody
Any
has.
questions for Jessica?
Got a question.
Commissioner Robbins?
Jessica, did we try to protest that unemployment claim?
We not necessarily protest, but we looked into it. Unemployment consultants are the organization that we work with and hire to assist with us, and they make sure that all of the expenses are accurate and are appropriate for us to pay, and they are. So we were not in a position to protest it.
Well, not only the monies, but was this person warranted the unemployment?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jessica. Recreation Superintendent Tom Ritter is not with us this evening, so we'll go to Facility Manager Lacey Marinenko.
Good evening, everybody. Our membership update for the month, we had 1,070 unique visitors in November, who made up a total of 8,216 visits. This is a slight dip from our numbers in October, which was to be expected with the day of closure from the holiday. Our membership numbers remain steady with 1,323 monthly and annual memberships compared to 1,328 last year. Staff are continuing to explore new ways to get members in, including from Cheryl's report with the geofencing campaign that we currently have going on. And staff are currently working on a referral program that we hope to roll out early in 2025. Lakeview is currently offering 57 classes a week for group exercise, which are included in your membership. And total participation for the month of November was 2,248, with water aerobics being taking the lead in the most participation. Our monthly membership statistics, we sold a total of 46 memberships and 6 punch passes in November. Monthly memberships continue to be the most popular. With the price increase that's coming in January, we did have a few people transfer over to an annual membership to lock in the rates for another year. Every month at Lakeview, we like to spotlight one member. They're usually nominated by another member or by a staff member. For the month of December, we are honoring Walter Roth, who has been with us for 10 years. He's also the resident Santa, also participant in water aerobics. So when we do these Member of the Month, we like to give them a highlight on social media. They get a little spotlight in the hallway at Lakeview. They get a little swag bag, so they get the little month to shine. So this month is Walter Roth. Lakeview Fitness holiday hours, we will be open 7 a.m. to noon on the 24th, close the 25th, open 7 a.m. to noon again on the 31st, and open 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on January 1st. For programming, we had the Flick and Float a couple weeks ago. We ended up with 124 participants, which was great. We were watching Happy Feet. Our next one is going to take place on February 1st. We'll be watching How to Train Your Dragon, so mark your calendars. Cider and Cycle is a new program that Heather has developed. I did want to point out that we are rescheduling that one. It was supposed to take place January 10th, and it has been moved to March 7th. And then another new program called Don't Dread the Tread is a 6-week program that will be led by our running coach. It'll be 45-minute treadmill workouts, just to get a new flavor for working out on the treadmill and not hating it. The running crew for winter, they are joining each other on the 3rd Saturday of each month, December through February. Running through Century Park. And then we do have a couple new instructors. Haley Webb and Ann Zimmerman have joined the ranks. And then we do have a facility improvement. We are refinishing the floors in Studio A on December 24th, so the studio will be closed through the 26th, reopening on the 27th. So we have temporarily scheduled classes out of that studio, and we'll be moving the equipment out to take care of those that work. Answer any questions?
Any questions, Lacey? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Executive Director Matthew Laporte.
Good evening. This month we updated a couple policies. We bring forward the Administrative Policy Manual update for the naming of parks. Within our Personnel Policy Manual, we have updated we've added a policy on recording conversations, and then also a policy on artificial intelligence use. Those allow our staff to utilize some resources or tools in an appropriate manner. So it allows us to be able to use and properly manage emerging technologies, is another way to say that one. We sent along an invitation for January 14th public officials meeting, and we will be hosting that at the Sullivan Center. An update on the TIF districts that the Park District is a part of has also been provided to the board. And most of all, I'm very happy to announce that the district has received an OSLAD grant for Grosse Pointe Park. The funding is $600,000, with the project estimated to be around $1.4 million. Letters of thanks and appreciation will be sent from the board. The project at Grosse Pointe it's a 37-acre community park. The scope of the project will include a new half basketball court, replacement of a 5 to 12 playground that's beyond its useful life, and we'll replace that with a Ninja Warrior course, which is hopefully something that can appeal to teens that live in the area. Renovations to the existing walking path, which will add 3 new fitness stations along that course. A picnic shelter will be replaced and expanded to around 16 feet in size. We will renovate 3 of the 3 ball fields that are out there, including regrading the surfaces, adding some dugouts, and benches and safety netting. The restrooms will be upgraded so that they can be used year-round. And we will make some parking lot improvements as well, so that they're in ADA compliance and have some safety crossings. The retaining wall beyond the ball fields is also going to be renovated and restored so that it is no longer sagging and falling down. And then last, we will be adding a rain garden to assist with stormwater mitigation. Each year, the district makes improvements, accessibility improvements through the use of the SRA fund. For fiscal year 2025, we passed a resolution 623 that outlined the projects that we would use or use the funds for. The total was $346,606. The approved ADA projects came in under budget, leaving a balance of $113,000. For transparency, a list of projects and associated expenses has been provided to you, and those include path improvements or path repairs for Aspen Backyard, Century Park Fairgrounds, Deer Path Park, Kids Castle, Garvanian Park, Lakeview Fitness Center Path, and Stone Fence Farm Park, and Sullivan Center Skate Park Path, totaling $60,000. The Sullivan Community Center stage vertical lift platform and structural adjustments was completed for $27,200. 88 garden bed plots for Hartman Park at $8,000. Turtle Creek Water Park ADA portable lift for $9,200. Sullivan Community Center and Lakeview Fitness automatic door switches will be added for a total of $4,000, and Lakeview Fitness Center will get a SciFit Pro 1 ADA fitness piece totaling $4,600. In total, those ADA improvements and equipment will total $113,000, bringing the grand total of our fund to $346,606. That completes my lengthy report. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Matthew? Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate it. Next item on the agenda is Commissioner Committee Reports Communications. There are none this month, so we'll move to board correspondence, other than the call informing us that we've received the OSLAD grant. I don't believe there's been any other correspondence, so we will move to Commissioner comments. Commissioner Jacobs.
Apologies for being late. Congratulations on your longevity awards and happy holidays.
Commissioner Geraldo.
Ditto. That's exactly what I had on my list. Happy holidays, I think, to the staff, the community, and then fellow board members. Thank you for 7 years, because that's a long time. Congrats on that. And we'll see everybody in the new year.
Commissioner Robbins.
I just want to wish everybody a happy and a healthy 2025.
Commissioner Sente.
Yeah, want to echo thanks for coming tonight and everything that you do for the district, to the whole staff as well. It was just exciting to get the OSLAD grant, so I am really happy that we got that from the state. Not everyone does. And I wanted to say, I had the chance to chip in and help at the Polar Express, and it's always nice to see how well organized and how hard staff works at an event, and then just watch them in action. So thanks for letting me just tag along. That was fun.
And for myself, I echo what everyone has said. Thank you very much for your time, your effort, your energy. Thank you to staff, to everyone, happy and healthy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year. Having addressed all the items on the agenda, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Jacobs? Commissioner Geraldo?
Yes.
Commissioner Robbins?
Yes.
Vice President Senti?
Yes.
President Dorhofer?
Yes, the time is 6:31. The regular meeting is now adjourned. Easy for me to say.